How's it going, guys? Dr. Derek here in the old squat rack speakeasy. About to take my first run at the Cambered bar for bench press. I'm super excited about this. Just got this in the mail not too long ago, and I've never actually used one with this big of a deficit. I've got a Swiss type bar that's got a 2-inch deficit. This is a 4, and let's see how it goes. All right, so that pec stretch is a killer. It takes a little bit extra time to get all the way down there because my pecs are relatively tight, got pretty tight shoulders, halfway on purpose because of my joint dysplasia. So if I don't have tight shoulders, my shoulders literally just fall out of place. But this feels awesome. I can feel such a huge stimulus in the chest, that big load under an end of range of motion stretch, all kinds of tension. Very excited to see how this plays out over the next few weeks. Okay, so one set in, my chest is already feeling kind of pumped up, which is pretty cool. Let's give this second set a shot. Hopefully I'll be a little more warmed up on this one. It's about 43 degrees in the gym right now, hanging out by these kerosene heaters. I'll get it done one way or another. Maybe from this angle you guys can have a good look at how I get those lats squeezed down. I call it the disappearing armpit trick. So if I watch someone else's bench press and I can see their armpits out just like that instead of down here, that actually means that their shoulders are not very well retracted and definitely don't have that lat squeeze down to secure the shoulder joint as good as it can be. It's really big for bigger bench presses, for strength, and also to keep those shoulders nice and healthy. Well, first half of the set felt better than the first set. That fatigue really crept in pretty quick. Third set will be interesting for sure. So I've gotten a question about why I wear elbow sleeves a lot of times, especially for heavier pressing. And it's very much for elbow support. These are actually my knee sleeves, so they're it's super loose. I can pull them up really easy. They don't really add too much to the lift, aside from they just kind of bunch up in the bottom a little bit. And with my joint dysplasia, I've got it pretty much from head to toe. It's in my fingers, shoulders, hips, elbows, specifically on this. So with a loose elbow joint, a heavy press, especially if I get fatigued, my arms will start shaking and I can feel it in my elbows very, very strongly. And when you have that kind of vibration under load on your joints, it actually erodes the cartilage that's in the joint, just kind of like sandpaper, back and forth. It's just cranking on that little bit of soft tissue that's in between those bones, and it degrades it very quickly. And that's actually why I had to retire from powerlifting at a pretty early age, 31, and because of that effect in my hips under those really heavy squats. But I knew that was coming because when I was 14, I was told by the time I'm actually the age that I am right now, I'd have to have joints replaced, shoulders and hips. And I'm trying to take all the proactive measures that I can, stabilize those joints so I don't have that effect so much. As I've gotten older, I just turned 37. This is my 25th year of training, and I definitely feel it. So anything I can do to help with longevity is definitely going to be a top priority for me. Because one, I have responsibility to all the people that I work with. I need to train. And if anything else, you know, my quality of life would drastically go down if I didn't have that kind of longevity. So I have to be very smart with what I'm doing. But in this specific instance, that's why I'm wearing these elbow sleeves. I don't think it adds too much to this, but it definitely helps me not hurt as much because my elbows will get so inflamed, I can't do any of my sports, whether it's actually lifting or jiu-jitsu or disc golf or ball golf, any of those things. When my elbows get trashed, I'm just stuck doing nothing and just icing them with some neoprene sleeves I keep in the freezer. So that's the answer to that. But let's see how this third set goes. Might have had one or two left there, but I'm not gonna push it because compared to other folks, my reps right before failure, definitely not as slow because of that inherent instability due to the joint issues. So, gotta be extra careful. Have a good one.